The Grecians have been playing at St James Park since the beginning of the 20th century, and there have been plenty of magical moments along the way.
And a fine afternoon at Exeter for this FA Cup third round tie between Exeter City and Manchester United. A very orderly 18,500 capacity crowd, and those who can't see from the terraces overspilled up into the trees. And the European champions looking at Mike Worry. This is Alan Pinkney. Good ball, a lovely goal, and it's there, a lovely goal! Alan Banks is the scorer. What a goal! Stepney was left absolutely stranded. There's the Exeter crowd, and are they happy at this moment?
Shove on Jennings, earns Exeter a free kick taken by Robertson. Beer in. What a beautiful goal. That's 2-0. 33 minutes gone. What a great goal by a man who could be playing for Wales in 2 weeks' time.
Mr. Robinson. Oh, it's got in! Incredible! Well, we talked about Lee Holmes and his left foot.
The backdrop to these great occasions has completely transformed over the past 20 years. First with the redevelopments of the old cowshed and the original Big Bank Terrace, and then more recently with the changes to the St James Road away end and the unveiling of the Stagecoach Adams Stansfield stand as it replaced the old grandstand in 2018.
It's built in 1927, and we've got pictures. The heritage project that the trust are doing now is fantastic because it shows some of those pictures, and in black and white, and you can recognise the change rooms in it. So, in terms of the changes, just basically the facilities, and also of course the view to the pitch is going to be exactly what's needed now. We love the old grandstand; it's part of us, but by the same token, it's been really hard to keep it open. And I think since the trust took over as owners back in 2003. There's been a real fight. So the new facility will be great, not only for our own fans, but also the away fans. And as a fans-owned club, that becomes hugely important to look after the away fans as well.
Following the redevelopments, the HLF-supported ECFC Museum was launched to collect, preserve and celebrate the history and heritage of our football club. But our work is not just about the past, it is also about the present and the future. So in this film we take a closer look at the modern matchday experience in this place that we call home.
Bits of preparation really Saturday morning. We're obviously leading up to the game through the week where we're doing some preparation, and then it's the final touches on match day morning. We're usually in early doors to give the pitch a final cut, so we're getting early to get that out of the way, and then that's when we then go out with the line marker to mark out the pitch, which is sort of almost like the final piece of the jigsaw. Once that white line goes on there and it brightens the whole thing up, then that's when it sort of looks a lot nicer. And then we have a bit of a lull about this sort of time now where we've finished our work and then we just sort of sit back and like, come on, hurry up, let's get a game going now.
It's a unique club. It's a special club. You feel part of it, and when I was coming out to retirement, that virtually it would become like a second home. But it's great. I mean, there's so many super people involved with the club, particularly behind the scenes, and you actually become, without realising it, you become very, very involved.
We take the birthday parties out of the room and take them around the ground for a ground tour. We take them down to the Wall of Fame. They enjoy picking out their favourite players from over the years, and we give them a few names, and then the idea is that they go and find those people on the wall. You get a lot of them in front of Mr. Stansfield on their knees. If it's a wet day, they end up with soaking wet trousers. It's great. That's the reward, really. It's just seeing kids enjoying themselves before the game. Parents can go out and have a drink while the kids are in here enjoying themselves.
Coming into the ground, the regular faces, saying hello to people, because it's the first thing I do, and everyone's saying hello to me, and that's just, it gives you that sense of family, of friends, and that's the best part of the day.
Well, I mean, everybody's so friendly as they come in, everybody talks to everybody. It's just a good place to be on a Saturday afternoon for football, and enjoy some food as well, and company. I've always been a supporter of Exeter City. It's my home club. Gives me a buzz every Saturday. I think, I've had a hard day at work. I think Saturday football, great, I'm home, let's go football.
It's very much home. It's for me, the heart of the city. I'm really proud of the fact that our home stadium is still close to the city centre, accessible for all people in terms of a match day. And when the park's rocking, there's no better place to play, certainly in lower league football.
Get into the ground 1:30ish. Settle down, have team meetings, and yeah, just calm until you go out onto the pitch and it's work time then.
It's not just the football, it's the people we meet, the friends that we've made over the years, and the comradeship. It is special to have those memories and people that know those memories and can talk to you about them. It's great.
We love the match day experience of coming in early, seeing the people arrive, players, management, seeing the ball out on the pitch where people's kicking around and warming up, and it's all part of our match day experience.
There's always hope and there's always positivity at the club, and you think that the players that we've got now, especially under Matt Taylor, feel that they want to go forward and do something for the club, and I just love it. It's just such a great atmosphere, and we just have such a good time together.
Thank you to our sponsors, our match sponsor, Matches and our associate
Well, you plan and prepare so much throughout the week that generally, hopefully, a match day goes relatively smoothly. You have your team talk at 1:30, but the players know the plan in place even before they turn up to the ground on a Saturday. So as long as your prep's done to a certain degree, then it's just motivating the lads to go out and then deliver a performance. It's a fortress and it's our own place. We certainly want opposition to fear coming to us, and we want to be on the front foot and play a certain way in our home games, and hopefully in recent weeks we've done that. We mentioned the MK game where we fed off each other's energy, and we've got to excite them and get them noisy, and likewise when they're noisy and excited, then we've got to feed off their energy to a certain point. Fans want to see goals, they want to see exciting football, they want to see the team win, and the more you do that, the noisier they are, and the more numbers we get through the gate. So we're lucky, we're pretty well supported at the park consistently throughout the season. We've got to keep building that, and hopefully the way the away end is, and obviously the new stand, it makes it for a better stadium. Like I say, everyone sort of feeds off each other's energy on a match day. Personally, it's a difficult one because you're so engrossed in the game and you're trying to concentrate on the changes that you can make as manager on the game. So you hear the noise, but it's almost background noise. Players, it's different. Players, you'd hear it and it motivates you even more.
Well, when they're loud and the park's buzzing like it was last week, it gives us a lift, and obviously it gives the opponents something to think about. We know when we go away to teams and the home fans are loud, it's hard to play in, but to play in front of a St James's Park full and screaming their heads off, and and getting behind us as much as they can. It's a great place to be in. It is up to us to entertain them, but we also need them to help us out at times. And when they're loud, it's a hard place for anyone to come to.
Half time obviously depends on the state of the game, but it's key to mention the support we get in and around the ground, not only from the fans but also the staff and the volunteers and the stewards and everyone involved with the club. We're a club which holds up those roles and responsibilities really dearly, and they are so important on a match day to help it run smoothly. The safety of everyone's probably first and foremost in everyone's mind, and on the back of that we hopefully deliver a performance which you can relate to, which the fans can relate to.
I think the fans have were a massive part of why I come back as well. It's definitely something for me that it makes it really easy, like you said, coming back in and settling in, because when they're behind you and they want you to play and they want you to run with the ball and they want you to do stuff and take risks, then it's easy. It's an easy job, you know what I mean? It's lovely, it makes me enjoy it and makes me want to keep working hard for them.
They've been fantastic with us since that first game, Carlisle at home. As you say, they've taken to me. They've been brilliant with me, and the support, singing my name, it's hugely appreciated. And any player will tell you, support from the fans, and obviously them singing your name, it does seem to get the best out of the players, and I'm no different. It does give you that extra 5-10% when you hear that, and hopefully it'll continue, and hopefully I can keep producing performances which they enjoy.
The boys, whether they remember a poor game or a good game, to me they're still Exeter City boys, and in my deep thought I want them to win, obviously, and when they're on their game they are, like they played NK Dons, they were brilliant, and then unfortunately you have a dip, but I always come out on the same level. I come out, move on, next game, whether it's win the big one or whether it's lose them.
If we've won and we weren't expecting to win, it's hard to stop smiling. Sometimes if we lose, that's difficult as well. But most of the time we're grown up about it and smile and wave and shake hands and then let off steam in the car.
You know, when we look at what this club does, you know, away directors still scratch their head and think, you've just lost. Everyone's come into the stadium and yet they're still sweeping the stands. You know, I'll not stay and do it. And don't think anything of it. You know, that's the norm for us, whereas everyone else is just like, how on earth do you get that happening? You know, because they're certainly not getting it at other clubs. But that's what makes us special.
Okay, we'd like to have a man of the match. Put a great shift there. It's Archie Collins, everyone.
I mean, when they do their bit and Giles interviews them at the end, young lads come along, say, can you have autograph? And they stop and they do it, you know. There's no sort of, I've got to go or anything like that. They're quite happy to do it, which I think is good. It's usually very positive, I must admit. Even when we lose, it's always put over as a positive, you know. I'm looking forward to the next game and that sort of thing, you know. It's always good.
I feel so deep in my blood with Exeter City because I've seen the good times, the bad times. It's our football club and we love it.